What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the episode of Ask the Buffalo. I am not a buffalo, but I am your host, John Rettinger. Just a show where you could just ask me any question you got from World of Technology, whether it's about what's on my wrist, what should be in your pocket, what should be in your bag, or like I get sometimes from Ron, why it hurts when you pee. So speaking of what's on my wrist, that's where the first question's all about. From Twitter user @JKTech88 asks, @John4Lakers, is the Apple Watch scratching a big problem? It's going to depend on what model you have, but I don't think it's really much of a problem for any of the models. But they are a bit different. I've got the Sport model here, which just kind of has a hard tempered glass on it. The other models, the Apple Watch and the Watch Editions, have sapphire crystal, which is going to be way more scratch resistant, but I haven't had any issues at all with this. With normal scratches, even if you hit up against a corner of a desk or table, you're not going to have any worries. I wouldn't worry too much about scratching. What you could potentially scratch, though, is the casing around it, whether or not you have aluminum or stainless steel. Aluminum is kind of a softer metal like we've got on the Sport. So bear that in mind, but I wouldn't worry that much about scratching. Next one comes from our friend Red Sox 2009 asked @John4Lakers, what improvements would you like to see Samsung bring to the Edge? #AskTheB. So presumably we're talking about probably the next generation Note Edge, since that'll be the next Edge. Other than just looking really neat like you see with the Galaxy S6 Edge, I'd like to see more utility with a curved screen. Perhaps find a way to turn off part of the screen, only light the pixels that are on the edge, would make the night mode look better and just make it more generally useful. It's really awesome as far as aesthetics, but not so awesome as far as utility. So I like to see just more things for it, perhaps more open APIs, perhaps being able to port apps over from the first generation Note Edge to the 6 Edge. That would certainly help, but just let it do more things. I love things, they need to do more of them. Our last question comes from Jelliot L. @John4Lakers, do Android Wear watches come close to the quality of the hardware or software of the Apple Watch? #AskTheBuffalo. Answer to that question is absolutely yes, they do. Watches that are already out on the market certainly come close. You've got the Moto 360, you've got LG's G-Watch Urbane. There are a lot of watches that match the quality of the Apple Watch, and sometimes even better than what Apple has put out, depending on what model you get. So if you're worried about quality, I wouldn't worry. We're getting ready to film our review here of the Apple Watch, but here's a sneak preview. As far as utility, the Apple Watch doesn't do much more than what you already get with Android Wear, and a lot of those Android Wear options come at a discounted price, especially the first gen Moto X. You can find that thing, they'll almost pay you to take it at this point. So there's a lot of value as well with Android Wear. And I thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed. We're back every week sitting in this chair answering questions, and that was like the royal we. But there's somebody else here filming with me, so I guess I'm not that pretentious. Just I guess like partly pretentious. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. We certainly appreciate it. Of course, hit the big subscribe button to check out the latest and greatest Techno Buffalo news. Until then, I'm John Rettinger. See you guys next video. Bye-bye.